Just in case you missed it, this past weekend was San Diego Comic-Con, and Marvel had a really big presence this year. They dropped a lot of news about upcoming movies and TV series coming to the Disney Plus streaming platform. And so today we're going to tell you everything you may have missed at this year's San Diego Comic-Con. So Kevin Feige took the stage this past weekend and revealed a lot of upcoming movies and TV shows, which have me very excited. I know there's a lot of other Marvel fans out there that are excited as well. And this is going to be phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So we just got out of the Infinity Saga. Now we're going to be moving into phase 4. And there's a lot of really cool, unique, and different options that are going to be coming out over the next few years. So let's take a look at what is upcoming from Marvel. So Marvel's Phase 4 kicks off on May 1st, 2020 with the release of the Black Widow movie. Now this is a movie that's been rumored for quite some time, and I'm excited to see it because it's going to bring Scarlett Johansson back to the screen. Now we get to see her in her own movie, which is pretty cool. She's one of the only few Avengers that haven't had their own movie yet, so I'll be excited to see what they do with this storyline, and yeah, it's going to be really fun. So that's in May of 2020. In the fall of 2020, is probably the one thing that I'm excited for the most, and that's the Falcon and Winter Soldier series that's going to be coming to Disney Plus. Now, if you're not familiar with Disney Plus, that is the upcoming Disney-owned streaming service that is going to be coming out in the fall of this year, and it's going to host a number of Disney exclusive shows, Marvel shows, the entire Disney library of movies. So it's going to be really, really cool. Think Netflix, but Disney only. So that's kind of the premise there for Disney Plus. And I think it's going to make a pretty good push to rival Netflix, so we'll see how that shakes out. But the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series is coming to Disney Plus. Very excited for that. Obviously, at the end of Endgame, we saw Captain America hand the shield over to the Falcon, and he assumed the role of Captain America now. So we probably are going to get a glimpse of what that's all about. Anthony Mackie took the stage with the shield in hand, which was really cool to see. And then also a cool moment was he let Bucky hold it, and that was really cool for me because I kind of wanted to see Bucky take the throne of Captain America like it is in the comic books originally, but I understand why they went with Anthony Mackie. Falcon had more of a positive storyline in the Avengers series, while Bucky Barnes was kind of like a bad guy at first, so I understand why they went with Falcon there. But it was cool to see both of them on the stage. Both of them got to hold the shield, which is cool, and I'm really, really interested to see where they take this show. This is going to be the first Marvel show that's debuting on Disney Plus, so it's going to be exciting. I'm a big fan of the Marvel shows that were on Netflix that are unfortunately one by one dying down, but now we have Disney Plus coming out. We're going to get this whole new plethora of shows to choose from, and it's going to be really, really cool. Next up for Marvel will be the Eternals movie that will be coming to theaters on November 6th, 2020. Now this is going to be very interesting because we haven't seen any of these characters yet in the MCU. They're based off a Jack Kirby comic, and this is really the first time that we're getting exposed to them unless you happen to read those particular comics, but for the vast majority of us who haven't, we really don't know who these characters are. But it does have a star-studded cast led by Angelina Jolie. Richard Madden is in it as well. He just had a great role in Rocket Man, the Elton John movie. So it's going to be very exciting. Salma Hayek is also in the movie, so it's got a lot of star power behind it. I'm very interested to see what all the characters are about. I don't know a whole lot about these characters, so I can't say that I'm super excited for this, but I am excited because it is something new that I'm not personally familiar with, and it'll just be something new to check out coming out by Marvel. So now we move into 2021, and on February 12th, 2021, we have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now I'm very interested to see what this is all about as well. It's not a character that I'm familiar with, so I'm gonna have to do my research on this one. But again, similar to the Eternals, I'm excited for it because it is something new. I love getting exposed to new Marvel characters because then 9 times out of 10, I'll go back and read the comics just to really get into it. So Shang-Chi is a movie, and that will be a theatrical release just like the Eternals is. But later on in 2021, we have another series coming to Disney Plus, and that's WandaVision. Now, WandaVision is going to be interesting because this is a series that's all about Scarlet Witch, who we're all familiar with from the Avengers saga. So again, it'll be interesting to kind of get more of her backstory, Paul Bettany also came out on the stage alongside Elizabeth Olsen. So it's nice to see that Vision is going to be a part of this too. I was a big fan of Vision in the Avengers series, and I'm just a fan of Paul Bettany in general. I think he's a really good actor. And yeah, it's just another series that is getting me excited for Disney+. Now the next one coming out on May 7th, 2021 is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, keyword here, multiverse. This has been teased in the MCU for quite some time. We got some exposure to the multiverse in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is a really good movie if you haven't seen that. But the idea of the multiverse existing in the MCU is gonna be awesome. Spoiler warning, there was a tease for the multiverse in Spider-Man Far From Home. Quentin Beck, who plays Mysterio, who is Mysterio I should say, who's played by Jake Gyllenhaal. But he mentioned the multiverse in the movie, and it just opened up a whole can of worms in a lot of fans' minds, and we got really excited to get this concept of the multiverse into the MCU. It's something that's been talked about for a while, and it seems like we're gonna get it with this new Doctor Strange sequel. And also, this is kind of been touted as like a horror movie, which is gonna be interesting. Apparently the villain is we don't know who the villain is yet, but the word on the street is that the villain's gonna be very horror-like. It's gonna be a little bit scarier of a Marvel movie, which is gonna be interesting. Well, this is the first time we're seeing that, but multiverse, I'm in. Next in the spring of 2021, coming to Disney Plus is the Loki series. Now, Kevin Feige specifically mentioned at the panel that we really don't know what happened to Loki after the events of Avengers Endgame, and he said we're gonna find out in this Loki series coming to Disney Plus. Tom Hiddleston is coming back to reprise the role of Loki, which is obviously, you know, kind of a no-brainer there. But again, another quality Disney Plus series coming out. I'm very excited for Loki. Obviously one of the main characters from the Avengers series. Should be a good one. I'm interested to see what he's been up to since the events of Endgame. In the summer of 2021, we have a series entitled What If coming to Disney Plus as well, which would be interesting to see what they do with some of those characters also. Again, not personally too familiar with those, but it's just something new for me to check out. And like I said, I love any new Marvel characters because then I normally dive into them a little bit deeper if I'm interested and read some of the comics. So excited to see what If is all about. But also coming to Disney Plus is Hawkeye. Just another interesting series coming to Disney Plus. They're really stacking their cards with Disney Plus here, and I'm excited to see what they do with the Hawkeye storyline. And lastly, in November of 2021 is Thor 4, Love and Thunder. Big fan of the Thor series. He's probably my favorite Avenger, as you can see by the shirt here. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. We're gonna see Lady Thor for the first time, which is gonna be interesting. Natalie Portman's playing the role. They brought her out on stage. She held up the hammer. The crowd went crazy. It was a cool moment. I was a big fan of Ragnarok. I like the comedic style of that movie. I'm kind of hoping that they carry that into Thor 4, but we'll see what it's all about, and we'll see how big of a presence Lady Thor is gonna have in this new movie. So they ended the panel, and everybody was wearing Marvel hats that they gave out. They gave them out to all the fans that were there, and they had the cast put them on, and they took a big group photo with the fans in the background, of course. And then Kevin Feige brought out two-time Academy Award winner Mahershala Ali, and he put on a hat himself, and it said Blade. So that got a big reaction online. If you're not familiar, Blade is the movie and the role that was made famous by Wesley Snipes a number of years ago. But yeah, Blade was a surprise announcement. There was also some mentions of a mutant movie, which a lot of people are assuming is going to be the X-Men of some sort. The Fantastic Four were mentioned as well. So there's a lot coming to the MCU. Now, personally, I was a little bit surprised that they went so heavy on the Marvel announcements at Comic-Con this year, because I was expecting to see a lot of those at D23. After all, D23 is the Disney Comic-Con, essentially. That's really what it is, if you think about it. And I'm curious what they announce at D23 now. Unless there's a bunch of Marvel projects that we don't know about that they're holding off for D23, which could very well be the case. But the fact that they announced so many movies and Disney Plus series at Comic-Con was a little surprising to me. So it's going to be interesting to see what goes on at D23. And if you didn't see our trip announcement video, we will be at D23 this year on the Saturday, which is the movies panel day. We're going to try our best to get into the panel. It's very hard to get into these things unless you camp out for hours, but we will be there. We'll be uploading videos from there. There's gonna be a lot of content coming from D23. It's our first time going, so we're excited. But yeah, stay tuned for more information there, straight from us, from D23. So leave us a comment down below if you're excited for phase 4 of the MCU. I know I am. I like how it's split between the actual theatrical releases as well as the series on Disney+. I think that's a good balance. And yeah, I'm just excited for all there is to come over the next couple of years from Marvel. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a nice big thumbs up. We appreciate that. It helps us out. Make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. And we'll see you guys real soon.